Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tarot on Purpose. In this reading, we're asking the question, what needs expressing? So we're leaving this pretty open. This could be something that you need to express, that somebody else in your life needs to express, spirit or universe want to express, or something that needs to be expressed to you, so something you would need to hear. We're leaving it pretty open, and we're doing this reading with the inspiration of World Art Day, which happens on April 15th. This is a timeless reading, but World Art Day is on April 15, and it really celebrates freedom of expression. It has a lot of things to support artists and things like that, but what I'm focusing on is the idea of freedom of expression, and that's, so many ways to express things and so many different things to express. So I think World Art Day is a great day to ask the question, what needs expressing? And April 15 is Leonardo DaVinci's birthday, is why the date was chosen for World Art Day. So we will be using this DaVinci Enigma tarot that has artwork from Da Vinci, and we have the Three of Fire with Matrix on there. Three of Wands in traditional tarot. So we'll be using one or so cards from this deck as well. And then each pile has a specific tarot deck and charm. So I intuitively drew the charms, reaching into the charm bag, and these are the ones that came out for each pile. For pile 1, we have this mushroom charm, and it goes with the new chapter tarot, and you have the number 21 universe card. And for pile 2, we had the Scorpion charm come out with the Tattoo Tarot, and you have the King of Wands. For pile 3, we had the Bee charm and the Sugar Skull Tarot with the Nine of Swords. And pile 4 had 2 charms that came out with the Strawberry charm and the Jaguar charm. And we're using the Naked Heart Tarot for pile 4 with the Chariot, number 7. So take your time to decide which pile or piles you would like to listen to, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to this reading where we're asking the question, what needs expressing? You have come to the reading using this mushroom charm, which comes with the keyword of grounding. And the new chapter tarot, which we'll set aside for now. Since I'm doing this reading inspired by World Art Day, which is celebrating Leonardo da Vinci's birthday, we're going to start by taking a card or cards, however many come out, from this Da Vinci tarot to set the tone for your reading. You can't see that charm very well, so let's see if you can see it better if I put it on there. Yeah, I think that's better. We're giving Leonardo da Vinci, or an inspiration from his art, a chance to come out and set the tone for your reading, and you get the Lord of Fire, the King of Wands. Oh, sorry. This card is showing a depiction of Leonardo da Vinci's drawing of Saint Bartholomew from his painting The Last Supper. And the card is really talking about courage and bravery and being a bearer of light. In the guidebook, this is talking about how you can maintain your achievements through honoring your self-respect and remaining honest and humble as well. This card in the guidebook is saying that strong, devoted honesty brings vital self-assurance to whatever is unfolding in your life, and you can act as a creative entrepreneur or mentor and afford to be brave and courageous or lend support to those that are less fortunate around you. So this is talking about tapping into your true self, basically being honest about everything in your life. It doesn't really say a specific thing about being honest, but basically reassuring yourself by being honest about your intentions, your actions, and what it is that you're trying to create and bring into this world. And through your honesty and staying aligned with your soul's wishes, basically, you will gain more and more self-assurance, courage, and bravery, and you can spread that to others as a bearer of light and a spreader of light. So let's keep that in mind as we go through the reading here, see if we can get an idea of what needs expressing. The first oracle card we have is Being Enough. The innermost heart says, you are enough. Nowhere to go, nothing to get, nothing to change, no need to grow, more deserving. You, yes, you are love. Wow, that's really nice alignment with your Lord of Fire card here, talking about you being honest and true to yourself and then spreading that light to others. And this is saying you are enough. That's the main message that needs to be expressed right now is you are enough. You are love. This is also coming to a point of peace with yourself and your situation right now. The idea of remaining present and going with the flow, that right now you're in the energy of being enough. And this is where you're meant to be at this moment. And that's enough, at least for right now. The idea in that card about no need to grow more deserving is speaking about self-worth and is reinforced by the message here about gaining more courage, bravery, and self-assurance. So this may be a message directly from Spirit to you that you are enough. It may be also something that you can use to help somebody in your life right now who may need to hear these words, that they are enough. The next card we have is the Daisy with Be Yourself. Wow. Yeah, you're enough. Be yourself. Stay true to what you know is your true self, your soul's wishes, your heart's wishes, your dreams. And your character is coming through really strongly here as well, is be true to yourself and your character. Don't stray from the things that you care about and know to be the right way to go forward in life. The Daisy, a bright, pure, happy, I almost said happy family. Interesting. Happy flower, spreading out with all those rayed petals here, spreading out, matching nicely with this idea of you being a spreader of light, somebody who holds light within themselves and then spreads that to others. We also have black tourmaline with transmutation. Look at this. We have a dandelion on here with all of these seeds going out, indicating wishes being spread out into the world. Transmutation, talking about changing one type of energy into another. Black tourmaline, a very good grounding and protecting stone, goes nicely with your mushroom charm there. A lot of earth energy coming through in your reading. We have all these plants here on this card as well. A lot of earth energy coming through in your reading so far, pile one. This transmutation card is bringing in the idea of attraction and magnetism. We have the magnets here and all this energy around them. And I also find it interesting, we know that magnets, the positive and negative side of the magnets attract to each other, giving that idea that opposites attract. But then when you hear about the law of attraction and the idea of setting intentions and being in the energy that you want to bring in your life, you always hear that like attracts like. So if you have positive intentions and think with a positive outlook, a hopeful outlook for the future about the things that you want to be and the things that you want your life to be like, that you'll attract those. So I always find that interesting that there's a little bit of a difference there between the science of actual magnetism and then the idea of the law of attraction. So I think there's something to remember there. I'm not sure exactly why that's coming through in your reading yet, but we'll see as we go forward. And we have the Tulku Oracle with number 39, reduces to 12, reduces to 3 with Ganesh. We have some bells here. We have the God, spirit, Ganesh in here kind of blending in, a bright red color, but somehow blending in, and you can't really see the figure. I think that's interesting depiction because look at this on the back of this card, right? That's usually how you see Ganesh presented, is in the bright colors there with the elephant being very prominent. And here you have the same being represented, but it's hard to see the details. I misspoke. This is not the Tulku Oracle. It's the Tulku Oracle, which talks about the spiritual energy manifested in the world to help others. So in the guidebook, this really talks about Ganesh being the remover of obstacles and the Lord of good fortune, bestowing prosperity and abundance. Talks about new beginnings, potential, birth, and growth, and being a door opener, an initiator, and an obstacle remover. Here's an idea of expression that the guidebook is helping us get some clarity on. It says, when you draw this card, you're likely entering into a new phase or new journey in your life. And we do have the new chapter tarot that drew you possibly to the reading. The creator of this new chapter tarot actually was going through a major change in their life, and so they created this deck to help them get through that situation. So this is lining up nicely with the Ganesh card and the being enough here. Also, transmuting can indicate moving into a new phase of energy, a new type of energy. In the guidebook, it says that the situation at hand reminds you that your life is guided and that you have divine help, though sometimes you must ask for it. So this may indicate that you need to express what kind of help you think you need right now. The idea here of lacking detail in this depiction of Ganesh here, maybe you don't know exactly what kind of help to ask for. So hopefully we'll gain some clarity in this reading, but I don't want that to be putting pressure on you to be like, well, I need help, I just don't know what kind of help to ask for. So that could be the communication that needs expressing as well, that I need help right now figuring out what kind of help I need. What support and guidance do I need right now to help me move forward? And that can be definitely a feeling that you get if you feel like a new chapter of your life is coming about, or you need a change, or you just feel something new, this new beginning, new journey growing inside of you, the urge to move into a new phase of life. This could be you asking for what kind of help and support and guidance you need there to gain some clarity on that. An indication to be connecting a little bit more with spirit and universe and the energy around you to seek guidance from the divine. The guidebook also says with this card coming out and Ganesh coming out, know that your heart's offerings are being received and you have a powerful ally to initiate your dreams and activate your purpose. The guidebook also says, remember to ask for the energy of Ganesh to help you move forward with grace and courage through uncertainty you may feel. So ask for the energy, the courage, the bravery, putting those intentions out into the world so the universe and spirit can pick up on those and know that you're looking for the bravery and courage to do what it is that you want to do or feel like you need to do. And we had the idea of courage and bravery and self-assurance come through from your Lord of Fire card as well. So, and this was the King of Wands, if that resonates more with you. So what needs to be expressed right now is the idea that you are enough, you're in the right place for where you're meant to be right now, and asking for support, guidance, courage, and bravery to do what it is that you need to do or want to do. So if you feel like you're in this situation, if this applies to you directly, then this is asking for you to communicate that to Spirit and the universe, to communicate to yourself that you're enough, and then communicate to Spirit and universe that you are open to support and guidance because you want to find that courage and bravery to follow your true path, to be yourself, to transmute any kind of stuck energy you may be feeling now into an energy of moving forward. And then if you feel like this may apply to somebody else in your life, then this may be something that you can communicate to somebody and help somebody find their courage and bravery to do something that maybe they feel a little bit scared or uncertain about doing. All right, let's get some more information here from Tarot. Okay, we have a few. We have the Six of Swords with a unicorn on here. We have two figures in the background kind of facing away from each other. It's hard to see. Again, and more characters in your cards coming through that there's not a lot of detail. And then that's a unicorn there on the card. Six of Swords in traditional tarot talks about moving away to something more calm and peaceful. Normally you see in the Six of Swords, you see people getting into a boat moving on. So that follows nicely with the idea of a new beginning, moving into a new phase of life, a new chapter of your life. So this is kind of confirmation here, and the idea that things are uncertain right now is coming through pretty strongly just because we have a lack of detail in the characters in your cards. So that may be what needs expressing right now is a clearer vision about who you believe you are or who people in your life, who they feel like they are, and clearer expression of what it is that makes you enough. This is just saying that you're enough right now. You are love and you are enough. You're a spreader of light. And I think maybe we'll be getting some more detail about how that works, how we identify what it is that our heart wants, potentially, and what it is that makes us a bearer of light. And then the other one we had was the Six of Wands. This is two sixes coming out right in a row. Six of Wands is a much happier card than the Six of Swords, especially with the depiction here that the artist gives. With the person in this card, a lot more detail. You can see the braids in her hair and hand on heart there. Six of Wands being a card of celebration and victory and recognition. recognizing that true core. You're recognizing who you are at your true core, especially with the character here having their hand on their heart, coming to some kind of recognition about one's true self, one's true vision, and one's true path. And then we have number 8. We have a couple cards here. 8, Justice. We have Libra energy coming through here with balancing the scales. We have the idea of black and white being balanced here. This Justice figure is carrying a spear, indicating clarity as well. And then their eyes are covered with their bangs. So the idea of blind justice here. Blind justice being the idea that things will be fair without judging with the eyes, without judging with what you're seeing. It's judging just the energy of the situation to make sure that it's fair. And then the other one that came out was number 7 with the Chariot. There is indication of moving forward quickly. And yet the horses in this chariot are going in opposite directions here. So another idea of opposites, opposing forces. Maybe what needs to be expressed right now is the different viewpoints that people have that seem like they're in opposite directions or opposite intentions right now, and maybe coming to some kind of agreement or compromise about how those two opposing forces can be brought together to move forward. Identifying what it is about two opposing things right now, two things that don't seem to go together, identifying what it is about those things. We have this chunk flip over here. We'll see what we're going to do. Identifying the characteristics and the energy with two different opposing forces, identifying why they seem at odds right now, and figuring out if those two things can be brought together to move forward, or if something, maybe they just need to part ways as well as another option. And a ton of cards flip over here. So we do have the Empress on here. I'm going to lay these down. They all want to come out, so it's going to be interesting. It's a lot of cards. The Empress indicating abundance. We'll do this a little more quickly than the other cards. The 5 of Wands. Ooh, look at that. Lion on there. Rising out of adversity. The sky, the Reaper sword, if you will, on here indicates swift action. And you have the Ace of Swords with a new idea, new ways of thinking. Ooh, and the Ace of Cups came out right next to the Ace of Swords. So a new emotional situation, a new emotional energy coming in, new psychic energy coming in, the embodiment of the water element there. 2 6s and 2 aces coming out right in alignment with each other in your reading. I'm going to move your Leonardo da Vinci card up here. And then we had 3 more cards. We had the 3 of Cups indicating friendship and cooperation. So this goes nicely here with the idea of figuring out what it is between opposing forces that can lead to cooperation. Gosh, this card right here wants to be flipped more so than the 2 I still have left in my hand. And it's the King of Pentacles. The way I put it down, it came out in reverse. This is what it looks like upright. We have the King of Pentacles, King of Discs, sitting on a turtle's back. there, holding a white flower. Another white flower in your reading, pile 1, may be significant to you if you were asking for some kind of sign. It is drawing these two cards together. This looks more like a rose in this card, and this is a daisy, but white flowers indicating purity and new beginnings. Actually, 3 white flowers if you count those dandelion seeds being white. White that will turn into yellow when that dandelion blooms. And this is coming out in reverse right now, I think, because we had the idea here of, with the Lord of Fire DaVinci card, having the concept of self-assurance and believing in yourself and then being enough. I think this is reversed right now because that's something that needs to be expressed and grasped onto and really digested is the word that came into mind, but I was thinking embraced, and then the idea that of self-assurance and being enough needs to be embraced is what I was saying, and then, or what I was thinking, sorry, and then what came out when I said it was needs to be digested. So something going on here with the idea of having enough, being blocked right now, or not being recognized at the moment, because we have the idea of recognition coming in here from the 6 of Wands. And then the other 2 cards that came out are Invocation. This is an extra card in the deck. Ooh, look at that. I didn't notice it until I put it down. I hope you can see. Look at this deep blue in this card. It's beautiful. More white flowers coming through for you, pile 1. Those are significant for some reason. The blue definitely applying to a reading about expression because it matches nicely with clarity, truth, focus, and the throat chakra, and speaking your truth. This card that the creator made this card to indicate that your intentions need to be clarified right now, and it's encouraging you to connect with spirit guides and recognize the magic that's all around. So definitely something here about intentions need to be clarified. That card is really helpful for this reading about what needs to be expressed. Adding on here to the idea that your intentions need to be more clearly expressed. We had, the characters there lacking detail, indicating some kind of more specific detail about intentions need to be expressed. With me moving the cards in the way I did, and this three of cups falling more so with the Empress now, it's talking about those intentions for what you want your life to look like. If you were to imagine an abundant life with the Empress energy here, an abundant life, what would that look like? And that may help you clarify your intentions. And if somebody else's intentions are not clear right now, somebody you're involved with, if it's not clear, if you don't know what they want or what they mean when they say things, it's indicating a little bit more emphasis on clear communication with somebody in your life to more clearly understand their intentions. Their intentions either in life itself or within the relationship that they have with you, whatever that may be. Clarifying intentions coming through very, very, very strongly with this card here. And then the other one that came out was the 10 of Swords. More earth energy on here. Look at the plants coming out of this character's shoulders and spreading around the 10 swords. The 10 of Swords indicating the end of a cycle and overcoming a stressful time, overcoming a time of anxiety, a time of feeling uncertain, a time of feeling defeated. So this is more indication of a new beginning entering your life at this time, because as some kind of cycle is coming to an end, a cycle of stress and anxiety coming to an end, and moving into a new phase that can be abundant as long as you clearly express what abundance means for you. So some reflection on what abundance means for you, and then more reflection on what kind of support and help and guidance you need. Asking for support and guidance. This is definitely saying connect with your spirit guides and ask spirit and universe for more support and guidance. Communicate to the universe, spirit, whoever you connect to on a a more spiritual level, whoever you connect to as the powerful spiritual force in the universe, asking that energy for support and guidance at this time, and being very clear about what you're asking for. So we said earlier in the reading, it can be difficult to identify what that is, right? Sometimes. So maybe asking for help with how to understand your intentions and your wishes and your hopes and dreams more clearly, how to come to an understanding about what it is that your true self is and what your true path is and what you truly want. Just asking for, that sounds like a step one to me, is asking for help and guidance for coming to a better understanding of what it is that is true to you, and then asking for the courage and bravery to go after that. That's a lot of tarot, so let's move on into the oracle cards here. From the Hero's Journey Oracle, we have You Are Invited. Number 9, suit up, show up, and open up. Look at this. In this reading, I'm really being drawn into what is detailed and what is vague or uncertain. And right here, you have a really intricate, detailed pattern on this outfit that is near the heart chakra, and it's blue, indicating throat chakra. So more idea here about finding a way to clearly express what it is at your core. Remember, the Six of Wands character has their hand on their heart as well. Finding ways to express what it is that is your true self, what you truly care about, what you truly want or need. Finding ways to express that. The idea of suit up here is interesting because it indicates, gathering all the resources and putting on whatever outfit and taking with you whatever it is going on stage or going into battle, or two things that came to mind just right then. But suiting up, having the resources that you need to move forward, and it's coming right under this King of Discs, King of Pentacles that's in reverse right now, indicating that there may be some way for you to use additional resources that you may not have thought about before to come to a better understanding about what your intentions are and what other people's intentions are. Maybe there's other resources out there that are available to help with that. Certainly, we have been told that there's resources from the spiritual world with this reading, and this is indicating there may be some material resources that are helpful for you that maybe you haven't drawn on yet. The magnets here also bringing in that material aspect. I have some ideas of what that may be, but let's see what your other cards are. From the Life Coaching Oracle, you actually got 2. You have number 64, Seeker of Truth. 64 reduces to 10, 1 or 0 there. And it says, you can feel the hidden truth behind your circumstances. That's good. So with the 64 reducing to 10, we have the 1 and 0 there indicating the 10, a closing of a cycle, and the 1 and 0 there indicating starting a new journey. So this is reinforcing what came out in the beginning of your reading. And this says you can feel the hidden truth behind your circumstances. So connecting more with your heart and soul to understand the truth in a situation, understand your truth. That will help with all this reflection about coming to an understanding about who you truly are and what you truly want, so that when you figure that out, you can then speak it, right? So first we have to figure out what that means to us before we can speak it and express it. And this is coming from your feelings, your emotions, your intuition, what feels right and what just seems right at your gut, in your intuitive mind, and in your heart, and in your own physical feelings too, right? What makes you feel good or what makes you feel uneasy can help clarify that. And the other one you had was 51, empath. 51 reduces to 6, matching with these two 6s here. Says you may be confusing other people's energy with your own. Look at this blue on here. Yeah, this blue matches nicely with the blue on the invocation card there. So let's put these two together. You may be confusing other people's energy with your own. Another indication of expressing what is yours. What is your true intention, your true feelings, your true hopes and dreams? The idea here of confusing other people's energy with your own, that is super easy to do when we are involved with other people and in situations and environments with other people, maybe drawing our perceptions from the energy that those people are in. So this is asking for you to clarify whether what you're feeling is yours or if it's coming from somebody else's energy. And that may help you come to a better understanding about what needs to be expressed and what needs to be embraced or let go of in order to move forward. It's coming out under the Chariot card there, indicating to move forward. You're being encouraged to truly understand what is your energy and what is somebody else's energy. From the Wisdom Seekers Oracle, we have 55, freedom. 55 also reduces to 10. Look at this dragonfly on here. Dragonflies always indicate to me a connection with spirit and spiritual energy being around us. We have 55 reducing to 10 coming out right next to where I placed the 10 of swords. And then remember you had the ace of swords, ace of cups, the 2 1s coming out together here, and the 2 6s coming out together here. 1s, 5s, and 6s may be significant for you for some reason. The guidebook for this freedom card here is really insightful. It has, this is the Wisdom Keepers Oracle. So it has this saying here that it talks about your ending of a cycle here. It says, it is always at the very end when we have all but given up hope of redemption that liberation comes. So don't give up. Just when you feel like everything is really, really heavy, it's actually an end of a cycle before freedom occurs. Freedom and liberation from something. It says, I come to tell you that freedom you seek has nothing to do with what you do, what you understand, or how you feel. It has to do with the attitude you embrace, no matter what is happening within or around you. Freedom is yours the moment you give up the thought that someone else is responsible for your life or that you are separate from life. Practice transparency, so being clear and honest. Practice transparency is what needs to be expressed right now on multiple levels with whatever you're going through, pile 1. Practice honesty. Practice speaking your truth. practice speaking and thinking clearly about your intentions, honesty, transparency, clarity. Things may be a little bit muddy right now in the communication you're having in your life. Things may be vague and uncertain, and this is asking for whatever needs to be expressed, because that's kind of going to be different for everybody what specific thing needs to be expressed, but this is saying whatever needs to be expressed, it needs to be expressed clearly and honestly. Your true path, your true intentions, and your true character need to be expressed honestly and clearly at this time, pile 1. And you can ask for support and guidance to find the courage and bravery to speak your truth and gain some self-assurance, some self-confidence that you are enough, you are love, you are light, you are enough. The last card here is from the Manifesting Your Greatness Oracle. And this is hopefully some kind of final information, guidance, advice. Shine some light on it. Yep, there you go. You're a light bearer, pile 1. You are a bringer of light. You are light. You are love. So shine some light on it. Bring some clarity and positive energy into a situation by being honest about how you feel and encouraging other people to be honest about how they feel. Shine some light on the situation so we can gain some clarity. This card goes nicely because the character in this card, dressed in blue, has a magic wand, tying nicely to this card here that the creator asked for us to remember the magic all around us and to set clear intentions, connect with spirit and your support network on earth. We had the King of Pentacles energy coming through here, so there's a support network on earth that you can connect with to more clearly understand your intentions and who you are at your core. Remember the magic that's all around you. Ask for guidance in seeking support. If you don't know what kind of help to ask for, just ask Spirit to help you help send you the support that you need at this moment. Shine some light on it. Remember that magic is all around. I want to get one more card from the DaVinci Enigma Tarot for you, pile 1, to fill this spot here and potentially add a little bit more clarity about what needs to be expressed. Okay, we have we got 2 cards. We had the Ace of Water with just water. Yeah, look at that. Ace of Cups, Ace of Water. Your true emotions and how you truly feel need to be expressed. And also, because we have the King of Pentacles in reverse over here, the people that you're interacting with right now, how does their behavior make you feel? That needs to be expressed right now. And the other one we had was 8 of Water, 8 of Cups with transport, moving forward, potentially moving away from something, matches up nicely with the end of a cycle and going into a new chapter of your life, potentially moving away from something that's no longer in alignment with your truth. And look at this. This is Leonardo da Vinci's drawings about how he imagined what a car or any other kind of automobile would look like. And he was hundreds of years before the car actually was invented, right? So this is talking about some seeing ahead, looking ahead into the future. So thinking about how what's occurring now in your life impacts the future that you want your life to be. Being honest with yourself about that. And using that to figure out how to move forward. So this is, the inner workings of an automobile as Leonardo da Vinci imagined it. just the gears and what he thought would need to happen. So that is, to me, another indication of your inner core, your inner self, your true self. We had the Six of Wands here, which speaks about recognition, with the character have their hand on their heart. What is your true self? What makes up you as a person? What makes up you as a spiritual being? And how can all of that work together to move you forward? This is what I'm getting from your reading, Pile 1, about what needs to be expressed. I hope that it was helpful and insightful for you. Thank you for spending time with me, and I hope to see you again in a future reading. Best of luck to you on your journey. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to this reading where we're asking the question, what needs to be expressed? You've come to the reading using the Scorpion charm. And the key word that came with this charm was defense or defensiveness. Protection, the idea of protection coming through here. I'll put it there so you can see it better. And we'll be using the Tattoo Tarot for your reading. But first we're going to get some information from this DaVinci Tarot, because we're doing this reading with the inspiration of World Art Day being celebrated on Leonardo da Vinci's birthday. This is a timeless reading, but we're drawing inspiration from Da Vinci and World Art Day. So we'll get one card, or however many want to come out from this tarot, to set the tone for your reading, give us an idea of what needs expressing. Okay, you have this chunk of cards coming out, so 3. We have Lord of Earth. This is the King of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Earth with Stamina, 7 of Pentacles. And you have the Ace of Earth, Ace of Pentacles. That's an interesting drawing there. I'm going to look up what that means, because that's the one that's standing out to me most of these 3 cards. All earth energy. The King of Pentacles energy is material achievement, abundance in the earthly realm, in the material realm, getting what you want, getting things you want here on earth. That can be related to house, home, job, career, relationships, material things, and the 7 of Earth indicating the stamina or the energy to keep going, being perseverant to keep going to achieve that. And then the Ace of Earth can talk about a new beginning in a material aspect, a new job, new money coming in, new relationship. This card talks about, it's basically just a study of landscape is what it's titled here. You can see how the sketch has rocks and birds here in the corner. It mentions how Leonardo da Vinci was one of the first artists to really focus on landscape and drawing a detailed earth in his, or including a detailed depiction of the landscape in whatever art he was doing. So the guidebook talks about how this card stands for practical wisdom, good fortune, and prosperity being yours. A new perspective brings happiness and well-being. Use this opportunity to seek intrinsic worth and value. And one of the questions the guidebook asks is, what is value? So what is the true value of something? Consider that with whatever you're trying to achieve here on earth in the material world, the things that you're trying to get. What is the true value of that and the motivation behind what you want, why you want that, right? You may want, the easiest example is you may want money, but you probably want that money to achieve something else, so there's a deeper motivation behind wanting that money or wanting that job. This is encouraging you to focus on the deeper meaning behind the material things that you want. This says that the path of destiny unfolds when material accomplishments are fused with spiritual wisdom. Practical spiritual wisdom is the specific word here. So the spiritual wisdom that we can use in a practical sense. A good example of that coming to mind is the idea of balance. How there is spiritual wisdom about balance in the universe, balancing positive and negative forces, feminine and masculine forces. But there's the more practical aspect of that as well, of balancing your energy, of not always resting and not always going and doing, like balancing rest with action is what's coming to mind. This also says, if you want to experience something, well, I'm summarizing what the guidebook says. If you want to experience something, go and do it. Don't just read about it or watch somebody else do it. Go experience something. If you want to learn something, go experience it. It's saying here about landscape. Go to the countryside over valleys and mountains, which you can only enjoy with your own eyes rather than listening to a poet's description. So this is encouraging you to be an active participant in your life. Go and do the things for yourself. In terms of what needs to be expressed right now from these three cards, the clearest message I'm getting from that is what I said about the true meaning behind the material things that you want. What is the motivation behind the thing that you want? Why do you want that money? Why do you want that job? Why do you want that house? Why do you want that relationship? And if you're wondering what somebody else in your life, what they need to express, it may be coming to an understanding of why they want those things. Why do they want the house, the home, the job, the money, the relationship? So let's keep going with these oracle cards up here. The first one you have is impatience. My life is unfolding in divine timing. All delays are beneficial. I'm always at the right place at the right time. More earth energy coming out here through these flowers there. And that card goes really nicely with the Seven of Earth with stamina. The traditional Seven of Pentacles usually shows like a farmer looking at the pentacles they've planted, the seeds they've planted, waiting for that to grow. So this is encouraging you to be patient and remember divine timing. You're always in the right place at the right time. That's encouraging. That's sometimes hard to embrace and remember when we just want something to happen, though. So that's like a challenge we all face, I think, is viewing delays as something beneficial, trusting in divine timing, telling yourself we're where we need to be right now. So encouraging you to be a little bit patient there, pile 2. We also have Wilde with the plantain plant there. Look at this map. Looks like a treasure map. It's an old school treasure map with X marks the spot there. Definitely more earth energy coming in here about what you're the treasure you're seeking. Yeah. This is becoming more and more clear here that what needs to be expressed is the true meaning behind the material things that you want. Why are you seeking this particular treasure? And what does it mean to you? What is value came out in this Lord of Earth card, the King of Pentacles. What is value? What does the treasure that you're seeking mean to you? That's what needs to be expressed. Let's see what else we get here. We have full of riches with citrine. Yeah, look at that, pile 2. Abundance and manifestation all through your reading. Full of riches. Citrine is the crystal that brings in happiness and joy. So remembering the emotional aspect behind the material things that you're seeking. This card here in the corners, you can see these little squares that are in all the corners. They look like envelopes to me. I don't know if they actually are supposed to be that, but when I look at that card, I see envelopes. So with those envelopes there, it's making me think of written communication or writing things down. In this case, the idea of written communication or something in writing is coming through, and it makes sense where we're being asked to consider the value of something. So this could be something as a lot of things, actually. It could be journaling about what the things that you want to bring into your life mean to you. It could be writing some kind of communication, text, email, actual letter to somebody that you want to express. It could indicate some kind of written communication coming into you. And also the idea, because lots of earth, pentacles, material energy in your reading, it could indicate also the idea of balancing the books, like making sure that our accounting of things is in order. The idea of having financial books and the actual monetary value of things being written down is coming to mind for some reason as well. So let's just keep that in mind as we move forward through your reading. From the Tulku Oracle, we have number 31, the hummingbird. 31 reduces to 4, and 4 is a number of support and stability. I'm also doing this reading for World Art Day, which happens on April 15. April is the 4th month, so this could be an indication of timing, that whatever you are trying to achieve in the material world, now is a significant time related to that. I'm not sure if that means you're going to achieve it now, because we've had 2 cards indicating the idea of patience, timing. All delays are beneficial. I'm in the right place at the right time. This may just be indicating that the month of April is a significant time for related to in some way to what you're trying to achieve in the material world. May not necessarily mean that you're going to achieve it, although with the King of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles being here, indications pretty strongly that what you're hoping to achieve in the material world will come true. In the guidebook for this hummingbird card, this is the Tulku Oracle, and it says Tulku is the spiritual energy manifested in the world to help others, and that can include helping yourself. So this says, if you have drawn the hummingbird card, the words for you to fully embrace at this time are joy and love. She is offering you many gifts: the courageous spirit of a warrior, lightness of being, and the art of play. This also talks about attractive and magical are the words that stood out to me. Attracting what you want into the world and embracing the magic that will help you achieve it. Again, what needs to be expressed is the true value behind the material things that you want. The reason you want them and what they mean to you needs expressing. And if you're involved with other people, they need to express what the things they want mean. And they need to express that to you or to whichever other parties are involved. So from the Tattoo Tarot, let's get some more information on this. We have the King of Cups. Another king in your reading. This one indicating achieving emotional stability, emotional joy and love, reinforcing the hummingbird card right there. You have, whoa. Okay, so this is what happened here. And then, of course, we have all those things flipping out. So let's see. Let me leave. Okay, these two first. Those, and we had the Knight of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Look at that. earth energy, earth and water energy coming out very, very strongly in your reading. So we have the Knight of Cups following the King of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles there really speaking about balance, having enough for giving and receiving, balancing giving and receiving energy, and having enough to give, having enough for yourself and having enough to give. The idea of flow here. So when that hummingbird card came out and it reduces to 4, and with all the earth energy in your reading, I also thought about the Four of Pentacles, and I didn't mention it, but it's becoming relevant now because the Four of Pentacles usually indicates holding on to what it is that you have, potentially out of fear. And your charm is the Scorpion, indicating defense. So sometimes that is protecting what it is that you have because you're scared of losing it, but also because it means a lot to you, right? So the idea of protecting what you currently have, holding on to that only so much so that it is beneficial for you and valuable to you, not holding on to it because you're scared of letting it go or scared of not having enough. Holding on to things that are only serving you and only are of true value to you. Not holding on to things. If we hold on to things so tightly, we're not in a flow of giving and receiving. And the Knight of Cups indicating an offer coming in, and it's falling right underneath this Plantain Wilde card that had the envelopes on it, making me think of written communication. So some kind of offer coming in, be on the lookout for that. And then be really honest with yourself about what the value of that offer means to you and what is the true value of that offer. We have these cards over here. I'm going to take these two. These will go back in the deck. We have the Sun. Look at that, number 19. This is joy and abundance and things being in alignment with your true path. Yeah, that's a positive indication for you, pile 2. The keywords for you right now, according to the hummingbird, are love and joy. And then you have the Sun card falling right under it. That's joy and abundance and happiness. And then the other one that was there was the Moon card, number 18. Sun and Moon right next to each other. Look at how prominent that lobster is on that card. At first I thought it might be a scorpion, but it is a lobster. Sun and Moon together indicate alchemy and turning things into gold. Turning things that are of a lesser value into something that's more valuable. Wow, that is super positive indication of a manifestation coming true for you, abundance coming into your life, love and joy coming into your life. And in order for alchemy to happen, for lesser things to turn into more valuable things, we need to be in a state of flow, of giving and receiving, not being too defensive, not being too protective, and not holding on to things out of fear. Hold on to the things that you truly care about and that have true value to you, and that will help you know what to release. So still the idea here of what needs to be expressed is the true value behind the material things that you want, and this is giving more clarification as to why that needs to be expressed right now is because Spirit and Universe are trying to bring in this joy, love, and abundance to you, and they want you to be in a state of giving and receiving so that you can receive that joy and abundance and then pass that on to other people as well. So the true value of the things that you want in life, expressing what that true value means to you will help you identify what you can release and what you need to hold on to so that there's room in your life for all of this abundance to come through. This tarot is the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot. And here's a bigger version of the card here in the guidebook, and it talks about how, the moon is mysterious and can also be illuminating at the same time. So it's talking about how the lobster is so prominent in this card because the moon is touching a different part of the lobster at different times. It's impacting things. It says the moon's ever-changing drama puts pressure on varying parts of the lobster, affecting the head one day, the heart the next, tugging on the claw, guiding him on his journey. And if he isn't careful, he may lose himself to her power completely. So yeah, that's another idea here about protecting what it is, protecting those things that have true value and meaning to you, and being able to let other things go, not being tempted by other things that may just seem appealing, or not being tempted to hold on to things out of fear that you won't have enough or that you won't get more. Dealing with some drama here being indicated with this card. Let's keep moving with your oracle cards, pile 2. Message is super clear that what needs to be expressed right now is the true meaning and value behind the material things that you want or that other people that you're involved with want. So from the Hero's Journey Oracle, you have number 18 reduces to 9, but also 18 is the same number as the Moon card, and it's the Knights of the Round Table. Let their love lift you higher. Yeah, I didn't even see the figures in this card because this light in the middle was really, really bright, but you have these purple and green figures all around, indicating the Knights of the Round Table there. And the figures are purple and green, indicating third eye, your intuition, and heart chakra, with the green there being the things you care about. Let their love lift you higher. The things that you want to bring into your life, when you're trying to understand, this is helping us come to an understanding of the true value and meaning behind the things we want to bring into our life. The things that have true value and meaning in our life are the things that lift us higher, make us feel as if we are loved, make us feel as if we are supported. And truly, right? It's not a false illusion of being protected here. The idea of the moon being sometimes casting illusions on things and being mysterious, and the idea of the Four of Pentacles energy that came through with holding on to things out of fear of not having enough. So this is things that are truly supporting us, truly making us feel loved and protected, not giving us the illusion that they're protecting us and supporting us. The things that are truly doing that for us, and that will help us understand the things that truly mean something and have value in our life. And when we come to that understanding, then they will come into our reality. A better chance of them coming into our reality. Still remaining patient, though. From the Life Coach Oracle, you have 77 with generosity. Giving from your heart with no strings attached is what is needed now. That matches this Six of Pentacles energy here. And then it mentions the heart chakra came through with the green on this card. Giving from your heart with no strings attached is what's needed now. So expressing whatever it is that will help you be in a state of giving and receiving flow. A flow state of giving and receiving, expressing the value and meaning behind the things you want to bring into your life, expressing the things that you want to receive, and expressing the things that you have to give. Yeah, that's a specific thing that can be expressed right now is what can you give, what do you want or need to receive, and what can other people in your life express that they need and want and what they can give. From the Wisdom Keepers Oracle, you have number 19 with sensitivity. We have hearts on here. 19 is the Sun card. 19 and 19, and you had 18 and 18. So we want to do this to see what sun and moon going together with their cards here. 18, 18, 19, 19. The 77 card with generosity up here reduces to 14 or reduces to 5, but I was focused on how it reduces to 14. I was listening to another tarot reading on YouTube before I started this one. They aren't related, but the number 14 came out in that reading, and the reader mentioned that the number 14 indicates angelic support. That may be relevant for you. It is also the Temperance card in tarot, indicating balance. We had the idea of balance here with giving and receiving. For some reason, also at the beginning of the reading, when I was giving a example of practical spiritual wisdom, the idea of balance, I was called to talk about that, and then all this information about balance came out. So this card said joy and love are key words for you. I would add the word balance to that. Balance between the sun and moon energy here. All right, so the guidebook for this card, this 19 sensitivity, is really helpful for kind of recapping and summarizing here. This is the Wisdom Keepers Oracle. And this is the focus that is helpful here. It's speaking about the needs of other people. It says, I am here to celebrate your sensitivity in all the ways that you are attuned to the feelings and needs of the people in your life. Being of service is a wonderful thing. That said, when you offer your support, make sure that you are coming from a good place. Make sure you are happy with your own life and that you are not just trying to get your own needs met by meeting the needs of others. If you are isolating yourself because of hurt feelings, it's time to reach out for support. Your heart is too big and beautiful to close off for too long. Yeah, so it's asking you to reach out for support. If you need support at this time, ask for help. That can be asking for help here on Earth. So much Earth energy. Definitely emotions coming in with the water energy. So if you are feeling some kind of heartache or emotional pain or dealing with an emotional issue right now, it's asking you to ask for support. What needs expressed right now is the support that you need, or just the simple idea that you need support. Ask for help right now needs to be expressed in some way. This may be only for some of you, but it is relevant for sure in this reading. Maybe only for some of you. Take what resonates. Ask for help either on the earthly plane from people in your support network, professional resources, guidance, counselors, things like that, or from spirit. Speak with spirit about the fact that you need help right now. Maybe if you're focused on something that you want in the material world and you're just focused on it, the idea of obsession is coming to mind, and you don't necessarily know why. Like, why do I keep thinking about this? Why do I want this so much? Why does this mean so much to me? Ask spirit for some help with figuring out why that thing that you want means so much to you and why you're so focused on it. Ask spirit to help clarify that for you. And the last card we have is Manifesting Your Greatness Oracle, and it says, black out the media. Look at the character in the card has put a mask over her eyes. There's a happy little bird singing here. There's 2 cats on here. Yeah, so this is encouraging you to get off the phone, basically. Get off of social media for a while. That's interesting coming through too. Tune into yourself for a little while here, pile 2. Tune into yourself. We have this little bird chirping. Reminds me of the hummingbird. Almost said honeybird. The hummingbird Tune into nature, tune into yourself right now for what love and joy mean to you and the true value behind the things that you want to bring into your life. Look out for some kind of offer coming in, potentially through written communication, and then consider what that offer truly means to you. What is the true value of that? And it's not just what the material things mean to you on the surface. Like having money means you can provide for yourself and buy the things you want. Having a house means you have a place to live, right? Having a car means you can get to where you're going. But there's the practical aspects of the things in our life, but there's the deeper meaning behind the things in our life as well that can help us kind of understand ourselves more at our core. And then we had the idea here of understanding the needs of others too. So what needs to be expressed from you and from other people that you're involved with right now is the true value and meaning behind the material things that you want to bring into your life or that you currently have, and what losing those may mean to you. That's another thing helpful for figuring out what needs to be released and what needs to be held on to. If you think about what would happen if I didn't have this thing in my life, and you come to the realization that life really wouldn't change that much or wouldn't be so bad to lose that, that may be something that you can release. And if you're like, no, I would be super sad, or things would really get more difficult if I didn't have this thing in my life, so I need to do what I need to protect it. Remember, you had the scorpion charm saying defend and defensiveness, so that's being honest about the things that need to be protected, and not just protected coming from a place of fear because you're scared of losing them, but or not having enough, but because they truly mean something to you. All right, Pile 2, I hope this reading has been helpful for you. Pretty clear message coming through about expressing the true value of the things that you have and want in your life. Thank you for spending time with me, and best of luck to you on your journey. Hope to see you again in a future reading. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to this reading where we're asking the question, what needs to be expressed? You've come to the reading with this bee charm, and it comes with the keyword of hard work. And the Sugar Skull Tarot, which we'll set aside for now. This reading is inspired by World Art Day that happens on April 15. It is a timeless reading. It is being inspired by World Art Day, April 15, chosen because it's Leonardo DaVinci's birthday. So we're going to take some cards from this DaVinci Enigma Oracle Tarot first to get an idea of the overall theme for your reading, what needs to be expressed. Different cards coming out. That is way too many, but the one that flipped on top there is the Five of Earth with need. I wanted to say that's way too many, but I'm almost being told that this tarot, more so than the Sugar Skull Tarot, more cards from this. Something different about your reading, Pile 3. Okay, so we're gonna read this one, The Magician. That's the self-portrait of Leonardo da Vinci. Interesting that in the guidebook for this card, it speaks about how, as an artist, Leonardo da Vinci was often subject to the wishes and plans of the patrons, basically the people that were supporting his art and paying for him, maybe paying for him to live, the kings and rulers and all the people he supported. He was oftentimes subject to doing things for them and not necessarily having the freedom all the time to do what it is that he wanted to with creating and inventing, although he accomplished a ton, right? But he didn't get to do that as much as he would have liked, is what was mentioned in this guidebook. Even so much as being asked to fix some kind of toilet or at one point. Interesting anyway, and that is coming out. I'm going to flip the rest of this chunk over for now. It's coming out with the 5 of Earth, 5 of Pentacles with need. This is some kind of sketch here with a skeleton figure carrying other people. Yeah, that goes nicely with the idea that I read in the guidebook with this magician card about having to carry the wants and needs of other people, having to spend time on the wants and needs of other people. Yet, this is the magician card. Remember how accomplished Leonardo da Vinci was. So he was somehow able to find time and resources to do the things that he loved with inventing and creating art, even though he needed to attend to the needs of others. This is like, this chunk doesn't want to go back into the deck yet. Your reading is different. These two were kind of setting the tone for the reading about still being resourceful, even though you have to account for other people's wants and needs and help other people out, and being resourceful enough to still be able to do what you want, even if you can't do what you want as much as you would like. Potentially something here about expressing how much time and effort you can put into helping other people, and expressing how much time and effort you can put into doing things for yourself. And then these here, they want to come out as like the tarot spread, but not to look at them yet. Like it's going to go with the other tarot. Really interesting. Your reading is doing something different here. So these are going to come out later. We're going to do these oracles next. Here we go with my plan not going as I would like. Matches that energy nicely, huh? So we'll just follow along with what feels right here. From the first oracle, you hear spaciousness. Yeah, having time and space, that definitely came through. You've got a nice butterfly on there. And then this card says, what do I no longer need? Help me, God, to release whatever people, places, or things drain my vital essence. Show me what will fill me with enthusiasm and joy. Yeah, that matches this energy a lot. Release whatever people, places, or things drain your energy at this time. So expressing the things that you can release and expressing the need to release them in order to bring more joy into your life. What do I no longer need is the first question on that card. And the butterfly there, of course, a classic symbol of transformation. So transforming into being into a state of energy where what you need and what other people need is in balance. It seems with the energy that has come out so far that is out of balance right now for you, pile 3. If it is in balance, then I would say that it's expressing what needs to be done to keep it in balance. If it's out of balance, though, it's deciding what can be released and what needs to remain. This other oracle here is apple with forbidden fruit. With a snake on there, and of course the apple. The way that this apple is cut, a lot of people cut the apple lengthwise, but if you actually cut it horizontally, you can see this star. And I actually didn't know that about the apple until I started getting into tarot. The Witch's Wisdom Tarot had one card or another in the guidebook talking about how if you do that, you can tap into the natural witchy energy of Mother Earth. That may be relevant for you or some people coming to this reading. Forbidden fruit, indicating the story of the Garden of Eden, of Adam and Eve eating the apple that they were told not to, but then gaining wisdom from doing that. but also entering into a life of sin if you follow the biblical tradition of that. I'm not so sure how I feel about that, because I really think like Spirit and universe want us to have wisdom and enjoy life. So I'm not exactly sure how I really resonate with the way that biblical story is being told. It made sense for a large part of my life, but as I'm getting more into these spiritual aspects of things and not focusing so much on what established religions are saying, I'm changing my perspective on things. That is coming through really strongly here in your reading, and I'm not exactly sure why I'm being called to talk about that, but it does resonate with the idea of balancing your wants and needs with how much time and effort you put into other people's. And this card is bringing in the idea of perspectives, right? Like established religions, and they can be helpful. This isn't me going against established religions, because there's support networks within those that can be helpful. But what I'm remembering here, was coming to mind, is the way that people can make mistakes and people have their own agendas, and how spiritual information can be translated by certain people to fit their own agenda. And that could be because they're just trying to get more for themselves, but it also could just be because they made mistakes and they don't have a true understanding, right? It doesn't mean that they're bad. It just may mean that they don't have a true understanding of something. The idea of true intentions and true agendas coming through here, getting to the truth of a matter about why you or other people in your life are doing the things that they're doing, and then using that to decide what we hang on to and what we release. How much time and effort can we spend for ourselves, and how much time and effort is available for other people. And if your intentions don't align with their intentions, or there's some kind of mistake being made, it needs to be realigned in some way. Wow, really interesting reading, pile 3. Let's keep going with the oracle cards, yeah. So you have Heal Your Heartbeat. We have a hummingbird on there and the crystal rhodonite. Look at this, heart is all stitched together. Hummingbird, a very spiritual bird. This reading, the hummingbird, came out in pile 2, and as I was starting this, it was almost like a continuation of pile 2, but like a different level. So if you resonated with pile 2, feel free to check that out. If not, totally don't worry about it. But I just wanted to let you know that it seems like this is another layer of what was being discussed in pile 2. And this is a deeper layer. And the hummingbird came out in pile 2 with the focus on keywords for pile 2 being joy and love right now. And the hummingbird is on your card in your reading saying heal your heartbeat. Rhodonite, a really strong crystal for the heart chakra for healing. Okay, so in the guidebook, this is the illustrated Crystallary oracle cards. It says that anything causing you to be anxious right now has a deeper root in being vulnerable. It says, once you're in sync with yourself, ask your heart what's feeding its anxiety. To heal your heart, you need to first know in what way you feel vulnerable in the world. It's time for this first step. So another thing that needs to be expressed right now for you, pile 3, is what makes you feel vulnerable, and how that thing that's making you feel vulnerable causes anxiety. That needs to be expressed right now. That could just be being expressed to yourself, like you coming to an understanding of what makes you feel vulnerable to more thoroughly understand your anxiety. Seems like something about what other people are saying about their intentions and their agendas. Something about that is making you feel anxious and vulnerable. And what needs to be expressed is their true intentions and agendas to help give you clarity in how and the dynamic of that relationship, however it's working for you in your case, and then how that matches or does not match with your true intentions and your agenda. I'm saying agenda here just because it came to mind, but it's agenda is like goals and objectives and dreams and wishes, right? Okay, from the Tulku Oracle, we have 28, Lotus. Lotus flower, beautiful flower that grows out of mud. 28 reduces to 10. 10 indicating end of a cycle, and the lotus indicating growing out of an uncertain, muddy situation, which matches the energy in these two cards, and the idea here about coming to an understanding about things that you can release and maybe should release so that you can bring more joy into your life. It wants me to take this one now. This is the Manifesting Your Greatness Oracle, meant to be the last part in the reading. Mull it over. Think about it. Look at how those colors match. Think about it. Take some time to think about it. Time for reflection is being advised for you, pile 3. I, of course, pause the video and edit out my long pauses because sometimes it takes me a long time to think, and I've been sitting here and nothing more clear than what's already been said is coming to mind. So I'm going to keep going, and it's telling me to like take this sugar skull or tarot. I keep calling it an oracle, but it's a tarot, and line them up with these 6 and then see what happens. I'm going to set these aside for now because these cards are huge. It's almost like these are going to be the main message. Leonardo DaVinci really coming through strongly in your reading, pile 3. This didn't happen in the other piles so far. And then these are, maybe I keep calling it an oracle because it's going to be what clarifies. So the main message and then clarifying. Okay, so are we doing it like that? Kinda, yeah. Look. Yeah, that's how it's going. 6 fell out. That's cool. Wow, 6 fell out. Okay, we're taking those 6, and they're going to be in alignment with these 6 here. This one got pushed up, so we're going to see that first. Okay, so the one that got pushed up to be looked at first is number 10 with time. This in traditional tarot would be the Wheel of Fortune. Time. Yeah, the idea of time really coming through strongly in your reading, pile 3, with where are you spending your time right now, and how is that time being spent for yourself and for others. This card is going to need to move as well, so we'll put it there for now. So this is the card that goes with time. Whoa, really wants to just keep jumping, right? Maybe an indication of timing being really relevant for you right now, pile 3. We'll see. Nothing specific coming out in the idea of timing other than the concept of how much time are you spending for yourself and how much time are you spending for others. This is the 8 of Pentacles that came out here, indicating skill and mastery. Mastering some kind of skill, having time to master a skill. Leonardo DaVinci, he was probably naturally talented, but he probably also spent a lot of time mastering his skills, right? And he somehow found the time to do that, even though he had a lot of patrons that he had to answer to. This one next. Lady of Fire, this is the Queen of Wands with the Empress, number 3. Yeah, look at that. She has a mask and she's taking it off. I haven't seen that really on an Empress card before. So you have the Queen of Wands being the Lady of Fire, Queen of Wands being clarified by the Empress. This Lady of Fire is looking down at the Eight of Pentacles, reinforcing the idea that you should put some time into mastering a skill that is important to you. And then the Empress is looking this way. Lady of Fire, Queen of Wands energy coming out to indicate the idea of being inspired and creative and having the energy to do what it is that you want to do and accomplish, yet being a supporting role to other people as well. So this idea of what you're doing for other people is not necessarily negative, right? It's kind of come out that way so far. And I don't mean to make it sound like you shouldn't be helping other people, but the idea that was out of balance really kind of took it in a little bit more negative tone in the beginning of your reading. But this is indicating having the energy, creative and inspirational energy to help others, to help yourself as well, but also how that helps other people. So taking care of yourself and doing things that you enjoy allows you to have, maybe that re-energizes you a little bit, like making sure that you give yourself time to do the things that you care about is what keeps your energy going so that you have enough energy to help other people. And that leads to abundance for you and for others. Taking the mask off here, going back to the idea of what needs to be expressed as people's true intentions and true agendas, and how learning more about your true intentions, your true agenda, and other people's true intentions and their true agenda will help you figure out the balance of time and energy that you put into each one of those. She's looking here, so we're going to do this one next. And you have the Sun, number 19. Joy and happiness, life purpose and life path as well. Empress and Sun energy coming out together, indicating that once we clarify true intentions, once you do that for yourself and you clarify the intentions and agendas of the people that are in your situation that you're involved with right now also, will lead to great joy, happiness, and abundance. It's out of balance right now. That idea of uncertainty about intentions and agendas is out of balance right now. It's not clear, so it's causing things to be out of balance. And once we come to a better understanding, once we express those true intentions and agendas, it'll help bring everything back into balance so that we can achieve this Empress Sun energy. This is going to be some kind of advice about how to do that with 10 of Fire burdens. This is the 10 of Wands in a traditional tarot. We have a bunch of cannons is what that is. Cannons firing at each other, lined up like in a battle. This is the burdens we carry. Yeah, that matches maybe carrying other people's burdens right now. And this card right here about giving ourselves space to bring more joy into our life. What needs to be expressed is the burdens you can release. Maybe somebody else should be carrying those burdens. And then you have the 9 of Water with Airborne. 9 of Water indicates 9 of Cups in traditional tarot, a wish come true. And this right here is Leonardo da Vinci's drawing of what he thought a helicopter would look like or an airplane would look like. And look at the little mosquito here is how he drew inspiration from nature to figure out how humans could fly. That's a super cool card. On this mullet over card, you have this little gnome figure sitting under a flower that's bigger than the gnome or elf. And yeah, this is a pretty deep card, more so than just it looked at the beginning. You have this little gnome or elf sitting under a flower that's bigger than itself. So the abundance that's available to you is bigger than you. Actually, there's two characters there, aren't there? There's one sleeping and one awake. Balancing energy. This one is definitely thinking. This one's resting, and this looks like a king being aggressive and anxious. This is the anxiety here. Little cat here indicating intuition. Okay, and the Nine of Water being clarified by the star. Look at that, number 17. The star card, wishes and dreams coming true. Falling right under the Nine of Water, Nine of Cups card, wishes and dreams coming true. Look at that. Wow, wow, wow. That is so cool. This is like universe and spirit telling you what is in store for you. Wishes and dreams coming true, being abundant, being truly abundant and in line with yourself without having to wear a mask, living your life purpose and being joyful and happy because your wishes and dreams are coming true. And then we have the star card pouring the water into the earth here, indicating that you can have some for you and you can have some for other people as well, enough to give. This is another way that this reading ties back to pile 2. The energy is definitely different in this reading, but the overall message is very, very similar. So if you feel called to check out pile 2, go for it. If not, totally don't worry about it. This is like another layer, maybe just another way of saying things as well, but the idea of being in balance with giving and receiving energy, having enough for yourself and having enough to give other people. This is encouraging you to figure out and express right now what is truly yours and what is truly somebody else's. What is your burden to carry and what is somebody else's burden to carry? What is your intention and feelings about a situation, and what is somebody else's intention and feeling about the situation? And how can you better balance the time that and effort you're putting into those different things with this Eight of Pentacles here, so that you can master your own skills that will lead to all this abundance. And this is abundance for you and other people. So don't feel selfish when you decide to spend more time on yourself, pile 3. Don't feel selfish, because when you're happy and living in alignment with your life, then you get that energy to help spread joy and happiness to other people. If you're draining all of your energy by only focusing on other people's needs right now, you're actually going to run out of energy to help them. So you need to, wow, that saying hasn't come through in a while. The saying of fill up your own cup. Make sure your own cup has something in it for yourself. And then you have over here, I think this is like maybe a little bit of clarification about what we're gonna do to figure this piece out and get to this state of being here, what we're gonna go through to get to this energy. This one. The 3 of air, trials. what we're going to go through. 3 of Swords indicating heartache, loss, feelings of loss, being clarified by the 5 of Cups. Yeah. The 5 of Cups, talks about focusing on losses, coming out right under the 3 of Air, 3 of Swords, card indicating trials and challenges that we go through. And this card indicating focus on the losses versus what we still have going for us, what's still right in our life, what's still abundant in our life. We have the lightning bolt coming down here indicating that if we focus on the loss, and that's not saying you have to pretend like the loss isn't serious or the heartache isn't serious, right? It's not saying to laugh about it and say it's not a serious thing, because you have to honestly process those feelings of loss. But it's saying don't focus on it. It's saying do what you need to process the feelings of loss and heartache, and then move on to focusing on what you still have available to you. And then we have the 7 of Water with illusion. 7 of Water, 7 of Cups in a traditional tarot. Look at this, some kind of lion drawn there, but not clearly a lion, right? 7 of Cups, usually you see the different cups in a traditional tarot with all the options, and some options are better than the other, and this specifically says illusion on here. So somebody may be presenting something in one way to you, but have a different intention or agenda behind it. So this is saying watch out for that. And it's clarified by Strength. Look at that. Number 8. Look at this lion. Look at how these 2 cards line up. I'll put them this way so you can see. We had kind of a unclear lion here and a very clear lion here. Thinking over what you're telling yourself and what other people are telling you about the options that are available to you, and coming to an understanding about which ones are the true intentions that are being communicated, and having the strength to realize when something is out of alignment with you, and having the strength to see through the illusions that other people may be creating in your situation. And also, we can create illusions for ourselves, right? It's the way that we protect ourselves sometimes by creating an illusion that we are okay, or this is the way it's meant to be, when really it's just a coping mechanism. And when we're going through loss and heartache, we definitely hold on to coping mechanisms, and we need that to process that, right? We need to process all of this before we can move forward. So this is giving you the strength to process this and see the truth in a situation, to move forward to this energy here. Empress, abundance, sun, happiness, and star, wishes and dreams coming true. Getting to a place where you and other people you're involved with are truly expressing their intentions and honestly expressing their agendas about what they want is a source of strength to achieving abundance and happiness. And that will help you have the strength also to release the things in your life that are keeping you from reaching a higher state of joy, and also for determining how much time you spend helping others and how much time you spend on things for yourself. And that's not selfish. Remember, doing things for yourself is not selfish. So with these cards here, I kind of put them here, and I guess they'll go in this order now. From the Wisdom Keepers Oracle, you have altruism. Number 27 reduces to 9. Yeah, look at that. Altruism. Altruism is the idea of doing things that are in alignment with the higher good. Doing things that are making the lives of other people good and having good intentions to help other people. having good intentions that drive our behavior to help other people in service of the higher good. Yeah, so this is probably, if you don't feel like that's why you do things, pile 3, this is probably an underlying motivation for you because you actually truly do care about the higher good and you want everybody to be happy and have enough. And when we are in that energy of trying to make the world a better place and do things for the higher good, it's really easy to forget about ourselves. And this is telling you that you can still be altruistic, hoping for world peace, hoping for everybody to be happy and have enough. You can still do that. And this is reminding you that you are also a person in the world that should have and deserves happiness and to have the things they want. So this is reminding you that you're not separate from the other people in the world that you're trying to serve. You also are a person who deserves to have the things that they want and to chase and achieve their hopes and dreams. Yeah, don't forget about yourself is what this card is saying. I'm running out of room here. We'll kind of put it here with the star and the 9 of Cups. Wishes coming true. From the Hero's Journey Oracle, you got number 52 reduces to 7. A splendid torch with blaze brightly. And this came out in reverse. A splendid torch reminds me of this Queen of Wands energy here, Lady of Fire, about how your creative and inspirational energy is reinforced when you do things for yourself as well, so that it's not all drained and just being given away to other people. That when you do things, take the time to do things that make you feel creative and inspired, you then have more creativity and inspiration to share with others. And I think that this came out in reverse right now because you may be spending more time just thinking about other people. And that can be draining if that's the only thing you focus on. Yeah, that's reinforcing what we said before about making sure that you are saving some of your energy for yourself, your time and energy for yourself. And you can help get clarity on that when true intentions are expressed. When true intentions are honestly expressed, the whole underlying theme of this is what needs to be expressed is true intentions and true agendas so that we can figure out the time and effort that we put into things for ourselves and for others, and reminding that we need to do that for ourselves as well. This goes with this Queen of Wands here, and Empress. It needs to be, it's another card that's out of balance. Just like these were indicating that something's out of balance here, this card is another one that's out of balance because your creative and inspirational energy is out of balance right now with how you're spending that in service of yourself versus other people. So some balance needs to be restored in that respect. And from the Life Coach Oracle, you have, maybe I put these all in reverse when I moved them, but they're all in reverse. We'll keep that in mind. We had number 13 with Judgment. You are being asked to let go of all judgments and forgive those who judge you. Yeah, another card about releasing things. Here, releasing judgment. releasing judgments that you may have of other people, and releasing those who, forgiving those who are judging you. 13 reduces to 4. 4 is the number of stability and support. So this, if we take this as being reversed, then this means that this is something that's out of balance as well. If you are judging people and other people are judging you, there's something about that is causing imbalance in your situation. And then we had reconciliation, number 32, reduces to 5. This relationship, friendship, or partnership can be saved. Yeah, and it came out in reverse, indicating that some kind of reconciliation is required. And once you achieve some kind of reconciliation, the relationship can be saved. 32 reducing to 5 is an indication, and 5 is a number of change. So releasing judgment and forgiving those who judge us will help us turn this card of reconciliation upright to save the partnership, save the relationship. So if you were coming to this reading pile 3 asking about a specific relationship, this may only resonate with some of you. It's saying that, actually, let me add on to that. Sometimes when I listen to readings and it's very focused on love and relationships, but it's not resonating with me, I sometimes listen to the reading still, but then say, like, apply it to my situation, like if it's more related to career or something. Like, this is saying the relationship, friendship, partnership can be saved, but like, I still listen to the lesson that the reading is giving, saying this hope or dream or career goal can be saved, right? Hopefully that makes sense to you. But anyway, it's saying that there is goodness in your situation that is meant to be abundant, happy, and fulfilling dreams. But there's some imbalance right now of the understanding between people involved in the situation about intentions and agendas, and there's some misunderstanding here also about, or there's some imbalance here about the time and effort that you are putting in and other people are putting in for the things that need to be done, the burdens that need to be carried. That can be less dramatically said as the things that need to be done. That's out of balance right now with somebody in this partnership, relationship situation spending more time and carrying more weight than the others involved, and that needs to be brought back into balance. And if the true intentions and motivations and agendas between the people involved are not in alignment, then something needs to be released. Something needs to be corrected, and the understanding of that needs to be increased so that we can let go of things that aren't serving the situation, or reorganize the way things are being done so that the situation is more balanced for serving you and the other people involved. But it is saying, because it says this can be saved, it's saying this is what's meant to happen. Abundance, joy, and wishes coming true. But there's some kind of misunderstanding here that needs to be clarified and expressed. And it has to do with people's true intentions, true agendas, and the time they're spending on doing things that need to be done for themselves and for others. Once we clarify that, we kind of release this block here and get into this state of being. Remember, you have the 9 of Cups, 9 of Water here with wishes coming true. The Lady of Fire, the Queen of Wands, the powerful, creative, and inspirational and supporting figure, and strength, mastery, abundance, happiness, and wishes coming true. Lots of positive things in store for you, pile 3. There's just some blocks that need to be clarified and released here. Blocks related to some kind of judgment being made, blocks being created by some kind of misunderstanding about intentions, and you're being encouraged to take some time to think it through. And yeah, this Lotus card really carrying the reading in this part, because it's talking about a beautiful flower blooming out of the mud. So this is the mud, and this is the beautiful flower that's meant for you, pile 3. Really deep reading here with a lot of things being said. So I hope the overall message to you was clear, pile 3, and maybe different bits and pieces of it resonated with you more than others, and maybe that's why so much came out in this reading, because it is a general reading and different people will take different things from the reading. So please let me know in the comments if there's something with this reading that I can clarify, or maybe even do another reading on if you want to hear something more that came out in this reading. Hopefully the overall message about expressing true intentions and expressing the truth about what burdens are for different people in the situation to carry. That's the overall message here. Moving from the mud into the beautiful flower, unblocking and bringing some clarity to the situation to grow into the beautiful flower. Strength, mastery, abundance, joy and happiness, and dreams coming true. All in service of the higher good. All right, pile 3, hopefully this was a helpful reading for you. Thank you for spending time with me, and best of luck to you on your journey. Hello, pile 4. Welcome to this reading where we're asking what needs to be expressed. You've come to the reading with the charm of the jaguar and the strawberry. And the jaguar keyword that came with it was divine feminine. And the keywords that came with the strawberry are the finer details. And this jaguar, just so you know, this little charm right here has been bouncing all over the place today. So it is not sitting still. It's not staying in one place. A lot of energy behind this jaguar charm here. And that I just, for the reading, I don't necessarily look at the meaning until the reading starts. So that meaning is the divine feminine with that jaguar there. So something about the divine feminine energy is strong and energetic, maybe a little bit antsy, maybe a little bit impatient. Something about the divine feminine energy, and that doesn't necessarily speak to gender, right? That speaks to the idea of support, nurturing, compassion, kindness, intuition, feminine strength. We'll be using the Naked Heart Tarot for your reading a little bit later. But since this reading is inspired by World Art Day happening on April 15th, and that being the same as Leonardo DaVinci's birthday, we're using the DaVinci Enigma Tarot to get the first cards for your reading. This is a timeless reading, but I'm doing it, with the inspiration of World Art Day and Leonardo da Vinci. So we're giving him, his spirit, or that energy, an opportunity to come out and set the tone for your reading. And you get, okay, well, all right. So this deck has been behaving differently in each reading. So let's see what's going on with yours. So we have this one. Okay, this one here, even though those flipped, this is saying, like, this is the most energy is coming off of this one. So let's see here. We have time. Number 10. In traditional tarot, this would be the Wheel of Fortune. This came out in pile 3. And then this situation here, I guess we'll just take them all and see what happens. We have the Six of Water, Six of Cups in traditional tarot with memory on there. And then you have the Eight of Earth, Eight of Pentacles with labor. Look at all these people doing different things, different kinds of work. And Lady of Earth, the Queen of Pentacles in a traditional tarot. So you have these two go together nicely with the idea of time and how the Six of Water, Six of Cups says memory on here. The traditional tarot meaning for Six of Cups often talks about nostalgia for happier, younger times, nostalgia for childhood, nostalgia for happy childhood. Also can speak to our inner child. And this is the Wheel of Fortune in traditional tarot, but this says number 10 time on here. So something about a past time is going to be relevant for your reading. And then these two go together with the Earth energy being the Eight of Earth, Eight of Pentacles, indicating mastery and skill of some kind of mastering a skill, basically. And the word labor on here indicates work. And the Queen of Pentacles is abundance and achieving things in the material world, right? So working to achieve things in the material world. The Queen of Pentacles, Lady of Earth, goes nicely with that Jaguar energy there of representing the divine feminine. And the strawberry keyword of finer details goes well with this Eight of Earth here about mastering a skill. This is almost like a theme that's going to be underlying your reading right now, pile 4. It's not necessarily telling me what needs to be expressed, but these are kind of underlying themes for your reading. So let's just make a little bit of space here. The strawberry and the jaguar going there. Okay, I took some time to arrange that a little bit there. So let's get into the rest of these oracles. And you actually got 2 here. The other readings only had 1 here. The first one you have is Sanctuary. It says, a sanctuary resides inside you. No matter what is happening, this inner temple beckons you to enter. Take a deep breath, enter, and sit down on the throne of your own heart. Finding inner peace. That is going to be related to your Queen of Pentacles with the idea, or Lady of Earth with the idea of the throne of your own heart. And then we have the inner temple beckoning you to enter, and that's tying me back to the Six of Cups nostalgia inner child. So finding some kind of inner peace with your inner child and your heart. And the other one is contentment. You can learn to rest in what you already have and already are. Suddenly, you remember, I'm right here resting in God. Okay. So suddenly you remember, I'm right here resting in God. Take the word God for whatever resonates with you as the overall universal, strong spiritual force that flows through the universe. Being one with spirit, being one with the universal energy. Learn to rest and be content with what you have and what you are by finding some kind of inner peace that speaks well to your inner child and serves your heart. In terms of getting from this so far, what needs to be expressed, something from your heart and your inner child needs to be expressed. Yeah, something from your heart, something from your inner child needs to be expressed. We'll find out more as we go through your reading. You also have Clear the Way with Sage. And we have ravens or crows all through there. We have every element: earth, water, fire, air. Clear the way. This came out in reverse. Something is unclear right now. Something is unclear right now, and there's something that's blocked, and that is being caused by some kind of imbalance with your inner child and your heart area. And so what I'm taking from that is, when we say inner child, it could actually mean like something that you've wanted to do since you were a kid, since you were young, or something that you wanted to do for a long time. But it also speaks to what brings you true joy and love. With the inner child and the heart coming together here, there's some kind of block, and something is unclear related to your inner joy and your heart area. And then you have Feel in Order to Know with the crystal sugarlight. Feel in order to know. Paying attention to all of your senses to gain a better understanding. You got the brain on there. You have all the nervous system on there. So that's intuition, mental thinking. That's actual feelings about how you feel, like how your body feels. And then you have the heart idea here about your emotions coming into play. Okay, the guidebook for this card here, Sugarlight, doesn't say how to pronounce it. I'm not familiar with the crystal, but it says, if the universe had a superhero and that superhero had a cosmic decoder ring, it would be made out of this crystal. So it's basically saying that it helps you tap into the feeling of the life forces at work in the world around you. It says, quiet your noisy brain. Your body is an instrument of knowing. When you pay attention to it, you'll come back into balance: mind, body, emotions, and spirit. It asks, what makes your breathing smooth out? What makes you breathe easy? And what makes your arms get goosebumps? So what energizes you? Feel in order to know. If you want to see, that is the guidebook there. So cool. The universe has a superhero decoder ring made out of that crystal. I like that. So it's taking into account your brain, your nervous system, your body, emotions, and spirit, your mind, getting those back into balance by paying attention to all of that, all the input coming in, not just from your mind, not just from your heart, not just from your gut, but bringing in all of that input to come to an understanding about something that's blocking your inner joy and your heart area that makes you feel content. From this card, I'm taking what needs to be expressed right now is how you feel. Your strawberry charm here came with the keywords finer details. So this is telling me that what needs to be expressed right now is the different information and input that's coming in from all of your different senses. So what's coming to mind is maybe journaling about, my mind is doing this right now and thinking this right now. My heart is feeling this and feeling this now. My body is feeling a certain way, feeling in the sensing way, like actual, like if you feel well, or if you feel sick, or if you feel tired, or if you feel energized. So paying attention to those different aspects of the way your body is communicating with you. Your body expression about what your mind is telling you, what your heart is telling you, what your actual senses and gut are telling you. The finer details of those need to be expressed. Your body is wanting to express something to you at this time, pile 4, in order to give you some clarity, clear the way, and remove some kind of block or something that is unclear at this time related to your inner hopes and dreams, inner desires, what will bring you joy and happiness and make you feel playful, and what will make you feel content. And remember that universal spirit God energy is going through you and you are part of that. And then that'll help you be an abundant being on earth. Identifying the finer details of what all these different components of our body are feeling will help us have a better experience as a material being, a human having a spiritual experience on earth will be more enjoyable and more abundant if we get in tune with our body. It's like your body is trying to tell you something right now, pile 4, that will help you be a more joyful, abundant, earthly being. Hopefully that makes sense. That's what I'm getting so far. From the Tulku Oracle, you have number 4, Anahata Chakra. I think this is the heart chakra. Let me check. Yes, it is the heart chakra. This is the oracle that I'm using, the Tulku Oracle, which talks about this being the spiritual energy manifested in the world to help others. Definitely matching up with the idea here that came out earlier about sitting on the throne of your own heart and being content, being at peace, finding inner peace, living in alignment with your true inner joy, and becoming an abundant earthly being by fixing something related to the heart chakra, possibly related to a hope and dream that we have had for a long time. The guidebook for this card says if you have drawn this card, you are being reminded to bring loving attention to your heart as well as to the field of love that surrounds you. So we have that whole idea about the universal energy in the world here, and then we have the idea of your body trying to communicate to you in all kinds of different ways: mind, emotions, feelings, senses. The guidebook continues that the situation is calling on you to engage your heart fully. Fully engage your heart through gratitude, innocence, and trust, and basic acts of kindness and compassion. Matches nicely with that jaguar charm talking about the divine feminine energy. Yeah, and remember that jaguar charm when I said it's been dancing all around, moving all around, not sitting still all day as I've been doing this reading, basically moving it here and there. So yeah, something about your heart needs to come into alignment. Something about your heart is antsy or anxious, and it needs to find some kind of calm. It needs to find some peace. The guidebook also says that life delivers every kind of experience so we can grow and heal. The reminder here is that being gentle and kind towards everything is the true work of an open heart chakra. Being kind and gentle is the true work of an open heart chakra. So this is asking you to open your heart to the kind, compassionate energy that flows through the universe. It's blocked right now. Let's keep going with the tarot in terms of what needs to be expressed right now. Remember, it's something your inner child, your heart wants to express something, your body is trying to tell you something. And the idea of what needs to be expressed right now, maybe sitting down and journaling about what specific information is coming to you from your mind, your heart, your emotions, your feelings, your senses, your guts, maybe, and your intuition, of course. Each one of those components wants to express something to you, to give you a whole picture about how to open your heart and embrace the joy and love that's available in the universe. Your body's trying to express something to you is the main thing coming through about how to find joy and abundance and be content. Okay, this one is the Seven of Pentacles, indicating patience and growth. Whoa, we had this happen here, this chunk fall out. We had the Six of Swords with this turtle on here. This indicates moving away from something to a calmer place. That fits. The Seven of Pentacles, I mentioned patience here, but this also indicates kind of planting the seeds for something. So it goes nicely with this idea of work and the finer details here about doing the work and being patient. And then the Six of Swords coming out to say moving to a calmer energy. And then we had the Strength card. We have number 8 on there. Leo energy. We have a lion there with wings. So this is bringing together a mix of fire and air energy. So creativity, inspiration, and action being matched with clear thinking and ideas. And you have the infinity symbol on there, indicating the universal energy going through the world is what I'm getting. And then you have the Three of Swords. Yeah. Heartache and loss, feeling of heartache and loss. So this right here is saying you're being encouraged right now to do the work and be patient, to move away from something into a more calm energy, giving you the strength and drawing on your strength to overcome some kind of heartache or feelings of loss that is creating an imbalance in your heart area and your inner joy, your inner child is creating the imbalance that's blocking true joy. And your body's trying to communicate something to you. Yeah, this is basically saying what has come out so far. So either it's just reinforcing it, it's saying it in a different way. And maybe it's saying, like, that's the message you need to focus on right now. Let's see if anything else will come out from tarot. We got the Three of Cups. Look at those happy dolphins. And it kind of did this. I don't know if you saw that on the camera. It kind of went in a circle, like it wasn't sure if it wanted to be upright or not. So yeah, speaking to some kind of unclear situation related to emotions right now. Dolphins are great communicators. And this Three of Cups is indicating friendship, cooperation, celebration, happiness. So we're going to put it here since it kind of didn't want to be one way or the other. Indicating again that some kind of balance needs to be brought back to your heart chakra. Your body is trying to communicate that to you. And it has something to do with truly communicating your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings, and how those are either in alignment with your idea of true joy and maybe a hope or dream that you've had for a long time, and how they are not in alignment. Coming to an understanding of that Let's keep going with the oracles here. From the hero journey, you have plant seeds of intention number 21, reduces to 3. It says, go, grow, glow. Yeah, those are all heart chakra colors on there, right? The pink and the green. And then we have the blue and the purple coming in for the throat chakra about communication, which good because we're trying to figure out what needs expressing. And then the purple on here is the intuition, your third eye. Matches nicely with this feel in order to know card here. Plant the seeds of intention goes nicely with this 7 of Pentacles. And then you have trust and forgiveness number 10. It says, it is time for you to let down your guard and learn to trust again. Okay, so maybe pile 4, you have been purposely closing off your heart because you've experienced some kind of heartache and loss, and you've been doing that to protect yourself by closing your heart to the rest of the world, like hardening your heart, being tough, doing what you need to protect yourself from feeling heartache and loss again. And that's totally normal. Pile 4, when we get hurt, we instinctively do what we need to protect ourselves. And in this case, it's saying that you may have closed your heart to the rest of the world, and it's time. We had the idea of time come out here. It's time for you to start opening that heart again. It's time for you to let down your guard and learn to trust again. Trust and forgiveness. Plant the seeds of intention to work on opening your heart, pile 4. I've been looking throughout this reading for something that you need to express, but what's coming through very strongly in many different ways in this reading is spirit and your own body trying to communicate to you, pile 4. They're trying to send you the message that it's time for you to start opening your heart. Yeah. Any expression that you need to do right now, pile 4, is inner work with yourself. Yeah, spirit and your body, Mama Earth as well, coming through to let you know it's time to open your heart, time to start working on opening your heart, time to do what it needs to heal, what you need to do to heal your heart. Plant the intention right now is the message from Mother Earth coming to you, pile 4. Go, grow, glow. I kind of like that as like an intention to set, like just a very simple thing to say every day. Go, grow, glow. I am not going to try to say that over and over really quickly because that will not go well. Go, grow, glow. This is like do the work that you need to heal and to start opening your heart. Universe, your body, and Mother Earth all coming in to tell you to start opening your heart, pile 4. Healing your heart and start opening it again because there's joy and abundance out there. Queen of Earth, Lady of Earth, Queen of Pentacles. There's joy and abundance out there in the world available to you. And what you need to have an open heart, though, in order to receive that. Time for you to let your guard down and learn to trust again. That can be really hard to do if we've experienced loss and heartache and hurt caused by other people. So this is trust. Start with yourself, pile 4. Trust and forgive yourself first. For anything in your past, we had the idea of the past coming in here. Anything in the past that created feelings of unease, mistrust, guilt, sadness, loss. Start with yourself to bring yourself inner peace and be content with yourself, so that then you can be open to receiving love again from other people in the universe. And Spirit and the universe and Mother Earth are here to help give you the strength to do this, to move into a more calm, receiving energy. Yeah, your Jaguar, indicating divine feminine with the receiving energy, was really bouncing all over the place, right? It wants to be centered. It wants to be calm. It wants to come to a place of peace. And so you right now are possibly cutting yourself off or closing yourself off to the world to protect yourself. And it's time to do that inner work to heal your heart, so you can be open to receiving the joy and abundance that's available in this world. From the Wisdom Keepers Oracle, you have totality, number 28. 28 reduces to 10. Totality. Yeah, this goes nicely with this card here, talking about how lots of aspects of what makes you a human here on Earth are trying to communicate with you right now. Opening your heart and stepping into a more receiving energy when you feel ready, Pile 4. There's nothing rushing you in this reading. It's all slow, steady, patient. Nothing is rushing you in your own time, Pile 4, but it is time to start doing what you need to open your heart so that you can step into that receiving energy again. But do it at your own pace so that you can become a total whole being on Earth here that's giving and receiving, doing what you need to for yourself, but also being open to experiences with other people is coming to mind. Work on healing your heart to becoming more wholesome being, experiencing the totality of the earth and universe and all the joy and abundance, not just the heartache and loss. Pretty clear now. Took a while to get there, Pile 4, but this is pretty clear that this is a message coming in to you with the universe, Spirit, Mother Earth, and your own body trying to communicate and express to you that it's time to start opening your heart and healing. Time to start doing what you need to open your heart to the world. And that starts with coming to a place of peace with yourself and being content with yourself. That's why this card, this 3 of Cups right now, is not quite reversed and not quite upright. Friendship, cooperation, joy, and celebration is kind of in limbo right now for you, Pile 4, until you get your heart to a more open, receiving energy. And you're going to do that in your own time with what feels right for you. Nothing is rushing you here, Pile 4, but it is time to start doing that inner work to heal your heart. And remember, there's joy and abundance in the world out there for you, even if you've experienced hurt and pain. Like, don't focus on that aspect. Start doing what you need to heal that so you can be more receiving of the love and joy that's out there. And the last card that we have is Manifesting Your Greatness. And it says, yeah, take care of yourself, Pile 4. Yeah, that's what needs to be expressed right now. The universe, Mother Earth, Spirit, and your own body are telling you to take care of yourself. And look at that bright pink. Take care of yourself, Pile 4. Do what you need to right now to heal your heart. Come to a state of inner peace with yourself. So you're living in an energy of contentment with yourself first, so that you can then open up to the love and joy available in the world. I'm sorry to hear that you've experienced something hurtful, causing feelings of loss and heartache. That's hard to deal with, pile 4. But this is the universe, your body, spirit, Mother Earth coming in to tell you you are strong and they are supporting you so that you can get back into a joyful state of being and being a whole person again. And then we can make this 3 of Cups upright. Joy, happiness, cooperation, friendship, celebration. Best of luck to you on this, pile 4. This inner work is going to probably be deep. It may be painful itself, but it's all about focusing on how to regain balance with your heart chakra, become content with yourself, find some inner peace, do what you need to right now to heal your heart. Go, grow, glow. It's saying right now, in terms of how to do that, is setting the intention to heal. Right? That's probably going to be a deep, complex process to go through. But it's saying set the intention to heal. And it's time for you to learn to trust again. Learn to trust yourself first. Know that you can trust the universe and spirit. And then set the intention to heal so you can keep growing and becoming a more wholesome being. And do what you need to take care of yourself still. But try to heal that heart so it can be more open to receiving joy and love and not just closed off because you only have experienced potentially the loss and heartache. Best of luck to you, pile 4, on this journey. Sending you lots of love and light to all aspects of your body to help communicate to you how to go through this healing journey. Thank you for spending time with me. I do hope that you found some kind of peace with this reading. And I hope to see you again in a future reading.